Why do Boeing planes keep crashing? An incident on January 5, 2024 involving Alaskan Airlines might provide some insight. In the crisp winter air of 2024, an Alaskan Airlines flight experienced a terrifying event. A Boeing 737 MAX, only 2 months into service, was shaken by a shocking malfunction. While cruising at altitude, an emergency exit door detached from the aircraft, leaving a gaping hole in the plane's fuselage. Oxygen masks dropped, screams filled the cabin, and the roaring engine and howling wind created a cacophony of fear. The pilots, battling against the sudden decompression and wind roaring through the cabin, managed to establish communication with air traffic control. Their tense conversation echoed in the cabin, a chilling reminder of the immediate danger all aboard were facing. It's important to understand that the cabin of an aircraft is pressurized to compensate for the low atmospheric pressure and oxygen levels at high altitudes. When the emergency exit door was ripped away, this artificial pressure was lost, causing the panic and chaos that ensued. In Flight 1282-1771, there were 177 passengers and 6 crew members. Thankfully, the pilots were able to turn the plane around and make an emergency landing at Portland International Airport. The detached door fell to earth, miraculously causing no injury or damage. But even as the relieved passengers disembarked, questions started to swirl. How could this happen to a brand new plane from a reputed company like Boeing? The investigation that followed revealed disturbing details. The emergency exit door had been reinstalled improperly, and 3 crucial nuts and bolts were missing. This incident sparked a wave of questions about Boeing's safety standards. The discovery that such a serious oversight had occurred on a 2-month-old plane shook the public's faith in Boeing and cast a long shadow over the company's reputation. This wasn't the first time Boeing was under scrutiny. Let's delve into some past incidents. Rewind to October 29, 2018. Indonesia's Lion Air Flight 610, a Boeing 737 MAX, took off from Soekarno-Hatta International Airport. Just 13 minutes into the flight, the plane started to behave strangely. Nosediving, then climbing, then nosediving again. Finally, it crashed into the sea, taking all 189 lives on board. Fast forward 5 months to March 10, 2019, another Boeing 737 MAX, this time Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302, took off from Bole International Airport in Ethiopia. 6 minutes into the flight, it went out of control and crashed into a nearby village. All 157 people on board were killed. These were not isolated incidents. The same model of aircraft, the Boeing 737 MAX, was involved in both crashes. And the loss of life was staggering. A total of 344 lives, gone in a matter of minutes. Investigations into these crashes revealed a chilling similarity. Both planes had exhibited strange behaviors before their crashes. The culprit? A software glitch in the Boeing 737 MAX. This glitch led both planes to their catastrophic ends, turning them from state-of-the-art aircrafts to underwater wreckage and burning debris in a matter of moments. These crashes marked a significant dent in Boeing's reputation, but more than that, they raised serious questions about how a company with such a long history of engineering excellence could allow such fatal flaws to go unnoticed. The trust that millions of passengers placed in the company was shaken to its core, and the aviation industry was left to grapple with the aftermath of Boeing's negligence. So, how did Boeing, once a renowned engineering firm, end up facing such severe safety issues? Well, to understand this, we need to look at the evolution of Boeing's business model. The company, founded in 1916 by William E. Boeing, initially focused on designing rockets, satellites, and aircraft. Over the years, Boeing gained a reputation for its engineering prowess and a commitment to safety that was second to none. However, as the company grew, so did the pressure to increase profits. This pressure led to a significant shift in Boeing's business model. The focus started to drift from engineering and safety to cost-cutting measures and rapid production schedules. In the late 20th century, this shift became more pronounced. Boeing started to prioritize delivering planes on time and reducing production costs over ensuring the highest standards of safety. To achieve this, the company began outsourcing parts of its production process, which some critics argue compromised quality control. But the transformation didn't stop there. In the early 21st century, Boeing made a significant strategic decision. The company decided to invest heavily in the development of the 737 MAX, a new aircraft model. This model was marketed as being more fuel efficient and thus more profitable for airlines. However, this push for efficiency and profit came with a cost. The development of the 737 MAX was rushed. There were reports of software glitches and faulty sensors, but the drive to get the plane to market overrode the concerns. This lack of attention to safety and quality control eventually led to 2 horrific crashes, causing the loss of 344 lives. This shift in focus from being an engineering firm to a profit-driven entity has led to significant consequences. It has not only resulted in tragic loss of life, but also serious damage to Boeing's reputation. The company's actions have led to numerous lawsuits, criminal prosecution, and significant financial losses. This shift in focus has led many to question Boeing's commitment to safety. The question now is, can Boeing regain the trust of the public and the airline industry as a whole? And more importantly, is the company willing to recommit to the principles that once made it a leader in aviation safety? Only time will tell. These incidents have had a profound impact on the public's trust in Boeing. Trust is a fragile thing. Once broken, it is not easily mended. And for a company like Boeing, whose reputation was built on safe, reliable aircraft, these incidents have been a severe blow. The crashes of Lion Air and Ethiopian Airlines, along with the Alaskan Airlines incident, have sparked a global distrust in the company. Families of the victims, airlines, and even the general public are questioning Boeing's commitment to safety. It's not just about the monetary losses, which are substantial, but about the human lives that were tragically cut short. Now, Boeing is embroiled in legal battles, facing allegations of misconduct and negligence. Families of the victims have challenged a deferred prosecution agreement, alleging government misconduct. Legal experts are divided on the issue of pre-crash injury damages, and ongoing legal battles will determine the compensatory damages Boeing has to pay. Alongside these legal battles, Boeing is also facing a crisis of confidence. The company has had to settle charges of misleading investors for $200 million. This has further eroded the trust in the company as investors question the integrity of Boeing's leadership. The company is also grappling with the loss of trust from airlines. Some airlines have chosen to settle their cases to avoid the lengthy trial process. However, this does not mean they have regained their confidence in Boeing. The company's failure to disclose critical safety information has left a lasting impression on these airlines, questioning Boeing's transparency and commitment to safety. In the aftermath of these incidents, Boeing has set aside $600 million for compensation to the families and charities. While this is a significant amount, it is a stark reminder of the human cost of these tragic incidents. The road to regaining trust is a long and difficult one. It will require more than just monetary compensation. It will require a commitment to transparency, safety, and accountability. It will require Boeing to prove that they have learned from these incidents and are committed to preventing them from happening again. Boeing has a long road ahead to regain the trust it once had. What does the future hold for Boeing? As we ponder this, it's clear that Boeing's journey ahead is fraught with challenges. The company is at a crossroads, grappling with the fallout from numerous aviation incidents and the erosion of public trust. First and foremost, Boeing must prioritize safety above all. The tragic accidents involving the 737 MAX aircraft have underscored the need for stringent safety measures. This includes not only rigorous testing of new aircraft, but also meticulous maintenance of existing fleets. It's not just about ticking boxes for regulatory compliance, it's about fostering a culture of safety that permeates every facet of the organization. Transparency is another key aspect of Boeing's path forward. The company has been criticized for its handling of the 737 MAX incidents, particularly in its communication with airlines, regulators, and the public. Going forward, Boeing needs to be open and honest about its operations. This involves sharing information promptly and accurately, acknowledging mistakes when they occur, and outlining concrete steps to prevent them from recurring. Accountability must also be a cornerstone of Boeing's strategy. The company has faced backlash for its perceived lack of responsibility in the wake of the accidents. This is not just about financial compensation, but also about accepting moral responsibility for the lives lost. Boeing must demonstrate that it is prepared to hold itself accountable for past mistakes and make amends where necessary. In addition to these measures, Boeing must also innovate. The aviation industry is rapidly evolving. with competitors like Airbus pushing the boundaries of what's possible. To stay relevant, Boeing needs to invest in research and development, embrace emerging technologies, and continually strive for excellence in aircraft design and manufacturing. The road ahead for Boeing is undoubtedly challenging. The company's reputation has taken a hit, and regaining the trust of airlines, regulators, and the flying public will not be easy. But with a commitment to safety, transparency, accountability, and innovation, Boeing has the potential to turn things around. Only time will tell if Boeing can rise from the ashes of these incidents to regain its former glory. In the end, the future of Boeing hinges on the company's ability to learn from its past and build a safer, more transparent, and more accountable organization.